Long time no see, buddy. Hang on a sec. I think it's recording now. So, hey, Peter, how you going, buddy? Long time no see.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Cole. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It sure has. And your hair's changed colour since I saw you last.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Pete, it's so good to talk to you, mate, because I know you've had a fantastic career so far in the world of stunts. And I'm so happy for you, buddy, because, I mean, the humble beginnings way back when.
Yeah, definitely. It's I mean, what was it? It was 98 I was out with you guys. So yeah, it's been a long road. I mean, it's definitely had its ups and downs, but yeah, I've loved every second of it.
Yeah, I bet you have. I mean, it took a while for you to break into the English stunt fraternity because back then it was really, really difficult. That grading was phenomenally hard.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's probably got even harder. But that's just a natural progression of sort of people's talents. You know, it's like 100 meters 20 years ago was a lot slower. You know, so human progression has made it necessary. You know, to keep our high standards. But yeah, it was tough.
Sorry, mate. Just rattle off some of the bigger productions you've worked on in recent years.
I mean, Game of Thrones is one of the standout ones that's it's had a massive impact. I did Spectre. I've worked on Harry Potter's. A few of the Marvel films. Just finished on the recent one that we wrapped in January on that one. So yeah.
What was it called?
Sorry.
What was that called?
That's Eternals.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, fantastic! And I know Game of Thrones must have been so exciting. Did you film a lot of that in the cold weather, like north?
Yeah, I mean, on season 8, we did 55 nights from January. I think we started on January the 8th, and it was cold in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It was down at -10 of some of those nights.
Oh, wow.
It was relentless. It really was.
And were you a utility stunt performer, or were you playing a character, or what were you doing?
It's pretty utility. They used us wherever they could. I mean, most of the battle scene was we were just changing position and just everything was just full on. It was just didn't stop. It was one of those jobs where you blinked and you missed a day. It was one of those just crazy.
Yeah, mate. Oh, that must have been so exciting. Probably a highlight of your career, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. We got to do some really fun stuff on that job.
Did you do that massive fire burn that I saw online?
Yes, I did. I was part of that. That's probably one of the biggest gags I've ever done. It was really intense. We had a couple of false starts on it, as in we were prepping and almost got to the point of doing it. Then the light wasn't right, so they then cancelled it. So yeah, the adrenaline was pumping, and then having that taken away. I think the closest we actually got was to putting the fire hoods on. And then they went, no, we can't do it. And that was on a Friday. So then we had to wait the whole weekend to shoot it on the Monday.
Yeah.
So it took a lot of prep, but we had a great team around us that put it together. And probably the hottest I've ever been.
I bet. And let's go back a few years then to when you'd sort of just finished at even before Stunt Academy. What sort of sports were you playing and what sort of prep were you doing then?
I mean, I was always a sporty kid, like most performers are, always playing in the teams. But I rode BMXs from the year I was about 8, I think I got my first one. So that was always a passion of mine. Then I was at school doing the school sports teams, ran for England youth to athletics, also played ice hockey. So, yeah, there was always a sporting theme. But never really a real drive at that moment to be a stunt performer.
You had a martial arts background too?
No, I didn't. It was something that I picked up when I decided to train for the register. It was just never in my sort of social circle. No, I didn't know anybody who did it. I wasn't aware of it as a skill sort of thing. But having needed to get a martial art, I did actually enjoy doing karate. And took it forward from there.
Yeah, fantastic. And then following, first of all, how did you enjoy the Australian weather when you were here?
Yeah, it was a bit warm. I can remember the first day getting there, just going for a quick 20-minute walk and coming back looking like a matchstick. It was, it was a surprisingly hot.
Yeah, I bet it was for you guys. And because we used to get a lot of English performers coming our way, and then of course I think England opened its own stunt academy, and then stunt academies started opening up all over the world.
Yeah.
So our numbers sort of reduced a little bit, but we're still going. I mean, it's been 23 years we've been running.
Wow. I mean, it says a lot for what you guys are doing.
Well, yeah, we try and do the right thing, and we just stick with it and keep our nose down. We have plenty of criticism along the way, but we do what we do best. We love it.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly gave me the insight to know that that's what I wanted to do. I could have gone through all my training, spent, I don't know, I think I spent the best part of £30,000 training, and to get to the end of that and they go, oh, actually, it's not what I want to do. It was a great insight into the world of stunts and what it actually involves. As I've said to many people, it didn't make me a stunt performer, but it gave me the skills and knowledge to build on to actually develop a career in it. And it's, I owe you a thank you for that.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's always a stepping stone, really. And like you said, it gives people an idea whether it's really what they want to pursue, because you get to taste a variety of stunt action and training, and a lot of people go on to be very successful, like yourself. We've had a lot of success. So you probably worked with Adam Horton.
Yep, I know Adam. Yep. I'm trying to think. There's a couple of others. Chris Pollard came out with you, didn't he?
Chris Pollard, yep. Nick McGinley.
Yeah, and obviously that's where I met Nick, down with you. He's a very successful performer, coordinator now. So,
yeah, must be hard to become a coordinator in England. You'd have to put in a lot of years.
Yeah, you got a lot of years, a lot of experience, and be given the opportunities. It's being in the right place at the right time, and also the grading system over here has recently changed. So it's from the 3-tier that you probably know of. It's now gone to a 5-tier. To basically fall in line with career progress within the other industries like the SFX and riggers and stuff. They have a 10-year sort of program. So now the UK register's now fallen in line with that they reckon the shortest you could get to coordinators is 10 years, which I think is a fair assumption. You need to have the experience.
Yeah, that's for sure. And so can you summarise the English equity grading then now?
It's to actually get onto the register is still very similar. You have 6 disciplines which you need to have pretty much instructor level, one of which must be in martial arts. I think they've now incorporated a drama element, so you have to have done a drama course of some sort, because we found that a lot of people were getting on didn't have the performance experience, and it's all well being able to fall over and get back up again, but if you can't put the performance in before falling over, it looks a bit moody. So I think that's why they brought that side of it into it, which I think is an amazing aspect. And also live performance as well. You've got to have a live performance experience. So it's still those 6 disciplines and those couple of extra elements.
Body control, water, heights, vehicles.
Yeah. Yes, they're the categories, and then there's sort of subdivisions of those on top of that.
Yeah, well, it's similar to our grading procedure. We've upgraded ours a little bit to make it a little bit more applicable.
Yeah,
and which is fantastic. Well, that's good that because one of the girls also got in over there. You might have bumped into her. I can't think of the name off the top of my head.
Wasn't Belinda, was it?
Belinda, yes.
Yes. Belinda is one of the leading stunt performers in the country, basically. She has, she's excelled. She is an amazing performer. Very well respected in the industry. And I've worked with her quite a lot.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And since you've been working in the industry, have you had a lot of downtime? Has there been a lot of ups and downs like most?
Yeah, there's been occasions, but probably the worst one I ever had was about 9 months off back in 2012, 13, around that sort of period. But since then, it kind of all took off. yeah, the last 5 to 7 years have just been pretty full on. Obviously now I've got a bit of a downtime, but that's to be expected.
Well, that's amazing that you've had that continuity of work, and I guess you've managed to save a little bit of money and put it behind you.
Yeah, I'm not worried too much about having this time off. To be fair, it's nice to be in that situation, but you work hard to get these things, and you've got to be committed to it. It's just not going to happen otherwise.
Yeah. Any injuries that have happened over the years that slowed you down?
You know what? I'm looking forward desperately. I've only had one major injury as such on the job, and I snapped my Achilles, which took me out for a little while. But I mean, I went to the doctors. They said I'd be out for a year. I was back on set 7 weeks after happening it.
Wow, in a boot?
Yeah. Well, I was in a boot for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And then my physio got me walking and just jogging on it. So, yeah, if it ever happens to anybody, bit of advice, get a really good physio. They know what they're doing.
You would have had to have it operated on and have it sewn back together.
Yeah, so they operated within 3 days. I then had the cast taken off after 2 weeks, and my physio got me walking and back on set within 5 weeks after that.
Wow, that's really good. Really good. Well, it's a testament to your fitness and your health.
Well, yeah, I mean, that also helps. I mean, I think when the doctors say it's going to be a year, they generalise for the person that sits on the desk and doesn't do anything from 1 week to the next. Pays to keep fit. And
I guess most of your friends, your close friends, are in the stunt community themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive social group that you're in, but we're all spread around the country, so there's nobody within. I think the closest person lives about 45 minutes away, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I've got a lot of friends in the industry, but it's good to be able to get away from that and have a social circle outside of the industry. Keeps you grounded.
Yeah, that's true. It would do. And is there any sort of training that you're still doing to maintain your body and your flexibility and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I still stretch regularly, but on top of that, I still play ice hockey, which is a real love of mine. What else do I do? My son started karate, so I get to play in the garden with him, which is it's quite nice to test the old memory on that.
How old is he?
So yeah, but general fitness, running every other day. You just keep a level. I've got to that age where I don't need to improve. I just need to maintain.
Me too. I'm trying to maintain what I got left, and there's not a lot left. I'm trying to surf every day at the moment, so that's keeping my aerobic fitness and my upper body well. But my knees are absolutely shot from martial arts, so I'm maintaining what I got left there.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And you've been following Ryan, my son, at all?
He's doing really well, isn't he? He's
in Vancouver, doing exceptionally well, and very proud of him. And everything's shut down there as well right now, so he's got time with his family.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Well, mate, I hope to visit England again one time soon. I'd love to come see you. If that happens, it'd be amazing. Any sort of final words of wisdom about how someone may prepare for this industry?
I don't think you could ever prepare for this industry. It's when you get into it, it's a real eye opener. I think just be honest with yourself and don't try and blag it. You will get found out. It's too short of a journey on the way out. It takes a long time to get in there. So I think work hard, make the tea, and be prepared to work hard. It's and it'll pay its dividends. It really will. It's a great life, but it's a hard one. It'll take its toll.
Oh yeah, and I guess the words of wisdom would be success is when preparation meets opportunity.
Definitely, yeah, very true. You got to have a little bit of luck.
I'm glad you've had those opportunities and that little bit of luck, mate. You've done so well. I'm so proud of you, buddy, and I look forward to seeing your success continue.
Yeah, thank you very much, Colin. Really appreciate it. It's great to catch up with you.
And you, mate. Take care, buddy.
And you, stay safe.
You too. Bye.
See you later. Bye.